it's Austin Taylor Moore, and I'm taking over up in this thing. Alright, so we here to talk about the mid-season finale of The Walking Dead, episode 8, called...
What was it called again? Called Heart Still Beating. And, yeah, so a lot of things happen in this episode, so you want to go ahead and start telling what we
Alright,
got done?
First of all, I'm a comic fan, and I was surprised. Alright, I've been hating on the show, if you on my channel, I've been hating on the show for 8 weeks. Alright, good job on this episode. So it starts off with... It starts off with Rick? Who start off with? Oh, alright, yeah. So it starts off with Maggie at the hilltop. And then, she climbs the, first she's looking at, Glenn's grave. And then she climbs, you know, the wall, and she's searching out. And at first, Gregory walks over. At first, I'm like, alright, cool. Gregory's coming over, apologizing.
Gregory's a joke, bro. Gregory is a joke.
I was like, alright, he's coming over to apologize. Cool. And then he's like, you know, everyone thinks you're a hero. And then I'm like, alright, now he's going to say, I'm sorry about blah, blah, blah. Then he says, don't let it get to your head. I was like, damn, bro. This man, no redemption. No redemption.
And then Maggie pretty much just took his apple, took his food from him. He was sitting there getting ready to eat it.
I wasn't like, listen, if I'm Maggie, I'm not gonna eat anything from him, because next thing you know, I'm getting poisoned and I die. No, I don't got time for that.
He seems like he's just, I don't like him. I don't know what you guys think about him. You can tell us, but I don't like him at all. So from there we went to
Geno's Rick.
Yeah, I think so.
And then it cuts to Rick and Aaron, and then you know they're trying to get that boat in the middle of that lake or whatever. And then so my boy Aaron gets tackled off the boat.
It seemed like he was about to die.
And I was like, wow, they're about to kill my boy Aaron. Here we go. And then somehow he survives.
He just swam under the zombies. Yeah, they can't swim. They just float.
Magic. And then they get on there, and then
they get an arsenal. They found an arsenal where they were going.
And then it cuts to Michonne. You could talk about her storyline was kind of irrelevant to me.
Yeah, Michonne, like, from what we saw from last episode, it ended with her pretty much. She was in the car and she was holding one of the saviors at gunpoint, and she was resisting at first, but then ended up having an altercation, and she ended up saying, okay, listen, you're going to take me back to Negan, you're going to take me back to the main place that they stay at, and I'm going to kill them. It's going to be me, it's over. So finally the savior gives in, takes him back. And so in this episode, pretty much just, all it shows with her is just a few scenes with they're in the car, and Michonne has a gun to the head, and she's just like this, taking him back. And so finally, later in the movie, in the show, they pull up and they look over this huge little hill, and all you see is all these, I can't even tell what it was, I just saw dots. It was just,
it looked like cars, it looked like bro.
It was just a huge like encampment of people. And then Michonne's like looking at her like, wow, like we knew you guys had a lot of people, but this is an actual army. And so basically the savior just looks at her and is like, listen, you got a few options here. You can either go down there, basically she's telling you you're gonna get killed, there's no way you're gonna survive this, or you can take the car, turn around, get the silencer out from the little, she told her where the silencer was to kill her, like, and I thought you heard the gunshot? Silencer gunshot?
Barely.
Yeah, we heard she got shot. So, killed her, and she just went back and met up with Rick. So, but before that, go ahead.
Hold up. Wow, I just had it in my head. Oh, Daryl escaping. Alright.
About time.
The only single flaw, well, that I know of right now, is everyone, like, the smart people assuming that it was, Dwight or Sharon or whatever. Because so it's at the end of the episode, towards the end of the episode, it's showing, oh, it was Jesus who helped him escape. But two things is wrong with that. One, last episode, where did he even go? How did he was on the truck of the car, then he just like disappeared. Like, wouldn't the other savior see him? And then two,
it's Jesus though. We're talking about Jesus.
Okay, we're talking about a character, not the biblical figure. We're not talking about your grandson, okay? And and two, like, it has why would he need to slip, you know, a note under if it's Jesus? Because if it's Dwight, he just slipped a note under And then if Negan's like, oh, how did he escape? Oh, I don't know. Then he can still say that and, you know, without anything. But like, if they see him walking around with Daryl, they're going to be like, Dwight, you helped him escape. But if Jesus is not part of their group. Mm-hmm. So if he leaves with Daryl, they're not going, they're like, there's no reason for him to.
So you're saying Jesus gave him the note?
Yeah, I mean, who else would have done that if Jesus was there at the end of that?
I guess. I don't know.
Daryl brutally murdered my boy, Fat Joey. Fat Joey was the homie. He was the only savior, him and Dwight, kind of. Fat Joey was the homie, and Daryl murdered him in cold blood. He said, listen, you good, bro? Just go out that door, you chillin', bro. And
he walked up on him with a pipe, or what was he had in his hand? What did he beat him with?
It was like a pipe.
Yeah, some sort of, he just bashed this man's skull in. Dang, it was ruthless.
Like he said, like he was like, hey, you go through that door, and Daryl was like, murdered him in cold blood. Rest in peace, Fat Joey.
I don't blame him though. I don't blame him though.
What you mean?
I mean the fact. Think about they.
Oh yeah, you in the schools.
They tortured this man Daryl like for however long it had been.
Now if he ran into Dwight,
it was either take a risk or don't take a risk. Take a risk, don't take a risk. He didn't take a risk.
No matter what, they're gonna find out that he escaped eventually.
Yeah, but it would have been sooner had he kept him alive.
Nah, we won't know about all that. But now Negan's gonna be all like, one man, like how he did with Carl. 2 men. Now he's gonna be like 1 man, and that was Fat Joey. He brought up Lucille and pet her little So then let's see. Then it goes back to Negan. He's at the Alexandria, and he's finally shaving Negan to comic Negan. So then he's over there cooking spaghetti and whatnot.
They were sitting down at the dinner table. They were waiting for Rick to show up, and Negan was getting impatient and just sat. I remember he sat Lucille down and was like, Lucille's getting hungry. Basically, it's like, to me, he's
like, I'm not ready for Rick anymore.
Yeah.
And then he put Lucille down.
Pass the rolls.
Hashtag pass the rolls, Carl. He's like, pass the rolls, Carl. He was just like, then Negan looked at him like, please. And then let's see, after that then it cuts to let's see, what's her face, Rosita. And then she's with the bullet talking to Father Gabriel, and then hashtag Father Gabriel redemption. And then so he's like saying like, oh yeah, we need you, blah blah blah. And I thought, you know, this is 2 things. One is gonna keep Rosita alive and not, you know, screw up everything, and then 2, it was gonna give Father Gabriel redemption, but only did one of those things with their redemption, because Rosita, we'll see later, she didn't want to listen. But
I think she was gonna listen. She was going to listen, but then go ahead and tell her what pushed her to not listening.
All right, so then this is
tragic.
This is comic book, you know, straight to the comic books. All right, so what's his name? Spencer went to go talk to Negan. Then Negan was like, they're playing pool, and then so Spencer was like, yeah, I wanted to come talk to you about Rick. And he's like, Rick shouldn't be in charge, I should be in charge, you know, I'm my mother's son, blah blah blah. And then Negan's like, Rick
is working for me.
Yeah, he's out there working for me.
You waited for him to leave to come talk to me.
He's swallowing his hate. That takes guts. And you wait for him to leave, sneak your little way over to tell me to come kill him. Why do you want me to do your dirty work, blah blah. And then he's like, see, I think you don't have guts. Pull out the big old knife, cut him open like a freaking, like, just cut him in half, and then and then his guts falling all out.
They spilled out.
Like he was looking like that one walker in season 2 in the whale that almost got my boy Glenn. Rest in peace, Glenn. Yeah. So then guts all on the ground. He's like, oh, I've never been so wrong in my life. So I'm like, all right, yeah, comic book moments. And then so he's looking like, someone clean this up, blah blah blah.
Everybody just scared of this man.
And then so in my mind I was thinking, okay, you know, he's kind of like poking at them or whatever. So I thought, you know, Gabriel was gonna be like, oh, cause he was gonna step up, so, you know, Negan wasn't gonna poke him more, and then Rosita wasn't gonna do anything stupid. But then it cut to Rosita, and she pulled out the gun, crack, and then it just cut to black, and I was like,
I think that had everybody like, what just happened? I thought that he was gonna just get hit in the shoulder, and then everything was gonna go down. But bro, when it came back on and Lucille got shot, and it showed him, bro. Let's be real here. If a bullet hits a bat and it's a wooden bat, it's breaking the bullet. It's breaking the bat and going through it. It's breaking the bat and going through it. But
I mean, he could see that it was like a homemade. I guess because it was homemade. That's why.
I guess probably. I mean, that's the only way I could think about it.
But it's kind of ironic because when I saw that and I saw that it hit Lucille, I was thinking about currently in the comics a couple issues back how he got pissed when Lucille broke. I was like, bruh, Rosita's dead, bruh. She is dead. And Negan got super pissed. Not just pissed, but pissed and crying. Negan crying. So when I saw Lucille with a hole in it, I was like, yeah, Rosita, you the baby girl, but you dead now. So then next thing you know, he's like, oh, and he notices a homemade bullet. And I'm like, bruh, now Rosita, you gotta take this L. You gotta say it was you. I'm sorry. Because Eugene's kind of
essential to the future of Alexandria.
When we have no guns, bruh. So you gotta take the L.
And
he said, I don't believe you. I said, bruh, okay, you got your redemption.
She was clearly, he knew immediately she was too stupid to know how to make these bullets. There's no way. There was no way this stupid female would come at him with one bullet, miss, but she's smart enough to make the bullets. He said, I don't believe you, and moved on. And someone else tried to take the credit for it too, but I forgot, who was it?
Tara.
Yeah, Tara, and that didn't go.
And then Eugene confessed, and I was like, bruh.
It was over. Yeah, at that point I was like, wow, they are really stripping Alexandria of all of their.
Like after that, I was like, listen, bruh. The only way they're surviving this is if Tara breaks her promise, cause Eugene was the only way out of getting any type of ammunition. But let's see. After that, before Eugene confesses that it was him, he tells, I don't know, she's kind of irrelevant, but
the big girl.
Nah, the black girl who's with Negan. Well, not light skinned. I don't know. She could be Hispanic or something. I don't know. But the not white girl from Negan's group. He says start killing people, and then she turned around, and I'm like, all right, who's she finna shoot? She turned around. I thought she was about to shoot Tobin because he was gone forever. Then came back. They just showed him for a few seconds. So I was like, okay, they're about to kill Tobin for no reason, but whatever. Then she turned around and she blasts Olivia. I'm like, bruh. Well, at least they
roasted her last episode.
At least they got her
again and then killed her. What?
At least they could be good on food now.
Right.
So
terrible.
And then Rick comes back. Oh, hold up. And then when Rick comes back, he sees the saviors are here, and then I don't know why, but they still had the little note that said, if you see this, you won, but you still lose, or something like that. And then the savior was like, you think this is a joke, blah, blah, blah. Then they beat up my boy Aaron. I'm like, dang, my boy almost drowned, almost got killed by some walkers in the lake, and now he getting his ass beat, bro. Come on, give him a break. And then they could have just explained what happened, or Rick could have took the blame or something. But nah, he just sat there and watched, Aaron get hands. So Rick's trying to drag Aaron's lifeless body over to where Negan's at, and then Rick sounded like he was about to actually get some balls and speak to Negan, but he only said like one sentence, was like, what was it? What is this, or something like that.
I don't even know.
And then he was like, no, he's like saying something like you're breaking our arrangement or something like that. And then Negan's like, how about a thank you? I thought, okay, maybe Rick's gonna say like a no or something like that. Then he said, and then Rick just looked at him. Then he said, see, your son, he gunned down a lot of my people, only 2, but
he was hiding in the back of the truck and gunned down 2 of the men. And then who was another person? It was,
then he said,
it was Carl.
Oh, and then he was like, oh, and then Spencer came over here and wanted me to kill you, and I took care of that. And then Rosita came over here trying to and shot Lucille trying to kill me. And then oh yeah, no, then Rick said he was like, your stuff's at the gate, just leave. And then he's like, I will after I figure out who's making bullets or whatever. And then that's when and then I think he says, all right, kill someone else. And then Tara steps up, it's like, it was me. And then Eugene's like, no, it wasn't me, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, all right, I'm taking, and then, you know, Rick starts saying some other stuff. Then he's like, yeah, I'm leaving, I'm taking, Eugene or whatever. And then, now Rosita's gonna be like something, oh no, don't take him, take me, listen, bruh, you should have listened to the Father Gabriel, but nah, you wanted to, you know, you thought you was all big and bad, but whatever. So then they leave, and I'm like, dang, bruh, there's no hope for them at all. And then it cuts back to Maggie. No, first it cuts back to Rick, and he's in a prison, foreshadowing. And then Michonne's like, oh, I couldn't do it, but she was like, I still feel this, like we should fight. And he was like, yeah, you're right. And then she was like, we should do it only if it was you. And then, you know, they start, you
basically know. Rick finally grows some balls and realizes, yeah, this is it, we gotta fight. He basically finally is like, Michonne walks in there thinking that she's gonna have to convince him and is gonna have to like give him all this information, like this is why we have to do this, this is why we have to fight, this is why we have to fight. But then after she just said a few things, Rick was like, listen, I know now, I realize we gotta do this. And then right when he says that, you can see like the relief in Michonne's face, knowing that they're on the same page, and that they now know they're gonna be able to work together and move from there to getting everybody to come together. Because once Rick is trying to actually do something, and once he's actually trying to lead everybody, people are gonna fall in line because he's Rick. So, yeah.
All right. So like basically like, I don't know how long, but not longer than a day after, you know, 2 of their people just died and one of them got taken. You know, they're in that prison and they basically, you know, she sucks them up and does whatever, all that stuff. Well, I mean I would be worried about trying to fight, but you know, they're sitting there making love. So then it cuts to the hilltop. And then Maggie's looking over again, and then she starts smiling, and I was like, oh, she sees Daryl or something. Then it cuts, and then it's Rick, and I was like, oh, it's them. And then everyone's all happy and stuff. Then it shows Daryl, and then the Daryl and Rick interactions, one of the only scenes of Daryl that is a thumbs up for me in years.
What?
In years, since like season 3.
What?
Yeah, season 3. And
we'll talk about why that is later, because you gotta explain that. What the hell? But anyway, what happened after that? And then
let's see. And then somehow Daryl got Rick's Python back, but yeah. So
he picked it up from a big man he killed. Oh. He saw after he.
It looked like a little one.
That's what I was thinking though too. I thought so, but that had to have been what it was, because he had it. Where would he get it from? So. If I'm wrong, tell me, but that's what it seemed like.
So, yeah, and then everyone's just looking at each other and smiling and stuff, and I'm like, okay.
It showed everybody, pretty much it was everybody there together again, except for who got killed off, of course, and the little girl who wasn't there as long as everybody else. But pretty much it was just, everybody was finally being together after a while, reunion, and they're all the same mindset, we gotta fight. So now that they're all together again, and they all have this idea of, we gotta fight, this is it. Things are about to get real. These next few episodes, so yeah.
But we kind of I forgot about Morgan and Carol. So Morgan and Carol, Carol, she's kind of irrelevant to me now. Like
she's gonna pull something up, bro. She's gonna be surprising. But go ahead.
I don't, bro. What they're doing with her right now, I'm just like, bro, come on now. She's like, so it cuts to her, and then was Morgan, the homie, he left like a bag of like fruits and all that stuff for her, and then she's like, oh, I'm good, and he's like, yeah, I'm just trying to make sure. And she opens up the door, basically showing like Ezekiel's giving all this stuff to her, and then she was like, see, y'all understand, I want to be left alone. And then homeboy from the kingdom, Yeah, him, that guy. He comes and he's like, yeah, y'all gotta convince Ezekiel to fight, and then he's like, cause sooner or later they're gonna like start twisting the deal and start trying to do things their way, and he's like, we gotta fight first. And
he was pretty much saying their only advantage at that moment was the fact that they could hit him with the element of surprise and just hit him first. That's their only chance of having an advantage because they have way many more people. Like that's all they have. So he was just saying you gotta use that while we can, and the only person who could convince Ezekiel of going down that path, he thinks, is by having
Morgan or Carol.
Yeah, one of them, because for some reason Ezekiel really likes Carol, so he was like really wanting Carol to go and talk to him about it.
Yeah, he liked that. He liked that older Cuda. But yeah, so then Carol was like, "What do y'all understand? I don't." She was like, so she
leave me alone.
Yeah, leave me alone. Get out of my house. And then he goes to this random little trailer, and just throws a bottle. As soon as he picked it up, I was like, anytime a character's upset and they grab something made of glass, you know they're about to throw it.
Yeah.
So I was like, watch you throw it. And he throws it, then starts crying, and then yeah. So that's what happened with Carol, basically.
Carol's basically not gonna do anything about anything.
She's kind of irrelevant at the moment.
At the moment, but she's gonna come in. I'm telling you. But and Morgan.
Yeah, if she comes, that makes a lot of views.
All right, and Morgan is just leaving, so he's not gonna be killing anybody. He doesn't want to be responsible for anybody's death, and Carol just doesn't care at this point. And see, I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy who was trying to get them to do their role, play this role, was just like, listen, not doing anything is gonna make you responsible for all the people who will die because you don't do anything now. And they're like, hey, I didn't do anything, so you can say what you want, but I know I didn't do anything. So that's basically what we're going off from right there. So, yeah. And was there anything else we left out?
Let's see.
What did you think about the episode overall, though? After what we have been having? Well, yeah, I definitely think a lot.
The only reason the first one was like, will be considered better is because it was a lot of build up to it. So,
I guess. But yeah, this one definitely had a lot happen. And we could break it down even more, but we're just gonna give it to you, you know.
To be honest, they could have cut some of that Michonne stuff out though. Even though I like her, but
yeah, that's true. That there's a little too much of that.
Especially when she was doing most of the talking and the female wasn't saying anything but, hey, get to silence her.
Yeah.
I was like, right.
But yeah, so the whole episode though, a lot happened. We know this from the fact that the beginning of the episode was kind of like the same how it has been, and by the end of the episode, everybody's together. We're gonna fight. That's the mentality they're leaving us off with. They're going into the next episode with we're all together. What's gonna happen from here? So, yeah, lots of progression, and so you guys need to be telling us what you think about it. And is everybody gonna be coming together now? Like, as in all the little factions gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, let's do something about this. Or are so and so gonna be saying nah? And is Carol gonna come in? And when will she come in? When will she realize they gotta fight? When will she ever notice that Glenn died? Like, when is that gonna happen? So, yeah. Anything else you want to say about that?
All right. So hopefully, next half of the season's March to War, and then the next season is All Out War, and All Out War should be busting.
Definitely. So, yeah, I think we covered it all. If we didn't cover it, there's something we missed, you let us know. You can talk about it in the comments below. But, yeah, so y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back at it when we get another good-ass episode. So y'all take care, and also follow him, and subscribe to him.
Hopefully my links are right this time, but yeah.
Go ahead and shout yourself out.
YouTube, Austin Taylor Moore, and Twitter and Instagram. It's JT Kid with 2 D's.
You got some good videos. So
hold on. I gotta use it. It's JT Kid with 2 D's. One for me, and one for you.
All right. So yeah, we out.